Welcome to the Rooted Goddess podcast with your host, Leslie Sprague, where we talk all things wellness, woo-woo, life, and everything in between. As a small-town mom of two amazing kiddos, I understand the challenges of what it's like to stay grounded and go after your dreams. My goal for this podcast is to inspire you to root down so you can grow stronger, rise up, and let your light shine bright so you can be the goddess you are truly meant to be. Think of this as your one-stop shop. It's happy hour with a gal pal while getting truthful and heartfelt about taking the steps forward to living your best life. Hi guys, welcome to the Rooted Goddess podcast. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague. In this episode, we are going to talk about a couple things. One, I have a very special announcement for you guys. And then two is we're going to be talking about the mind, body, soul, heart. I like to add heart in there, connection. So first, I'm going to start with my announcement. Next week, I am going to be launching my brand new website, the redesign. So I invite you to follow me on Instagram or Facebook or both. Both of them are at Leslie's Yoga and Wellness. So check me out there because I'm going to have more details to come on that. So I'm going to be going live, explaining about certain things and talking about it. And with that, there may or may not be some new programs opening up. Going to keep my lips tight just to keep you in suspense till next week. But yeah, I am super excited about it. And the funny thing is, like last week, I talked to you guys about resistance. And I have been resisting getting this done since January. If you look back at my accountability group meetings, finishing my website has been on there since January. So yeah, you want to talk about some resistance to putting myself out there and getting shit done? Yeah, so that is huge. So finally pushed through and said enough is enough. I got to get this out there. So I am super, super excited. So I'm going to have more details on, I'm going to go live, like I said, and I'll have more details on when that is. So follow me on social and so you can stay up to date. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is mind, body, soul connection and heart, because with the mind, the mind is hugely powerful. When we think traditionally, when I think of the mind, I think of it as a block in a sense, because quite often when people associate the mind, and maybe this is just my mindset on it, but when you think about the mind, I immediately go into the thoughts of worry and fears and doubts and all kinds of things. So like the mind is important, but I've been trying to encourage people to connect to their heart instead, because the heart doesn't have it, not that it doesn't have, it just works differently than the mind. However, over the last couple weeks, I have been really diving into the mindset piece. Mindset work is huge. And for me, I've realized that this is the missing piece in my business. I would explain myself, and not just in my business, like in life too, because I would explain myself as a surface diver. So, I don't like to go deep on anything. And I think I've said this before, I'm a bottler. So if I'm dealing with emotions or things like that, we'll just shove that down deep and deal with it. Probably never. But I'm beginning to realize how powerful the mind is and how we can use it to work with us. So and you know what the funny thing is, in keeping with the theme of resistance, I learned all about this, not all about, but I learned techniques and knowledge about mindset and shifting your thoughts, and thoughts create things which create results in your life. I'm going to say like 10 years ago or more even. But because I'm a surface diver, and by surface, I mean, I don't like to dive deep into emotions and mind the set part, I never fully applied it. And I've realized that in order to create the shifts that I am craving in my life, like literally, guys, I've been craving a different way for a long time now. So I have hired people to help me make those shifts in my life. And it's funny because, in a sense, now feels so different for me. So I am working with someone in mindset capacity, like to help me shift my thoughts. And I can't wait to let you guys know about my results and things. Like I'm just getting started, so I don't want to say too much more. However, the mind, body, soul connection and heart is huge, because oh shit, I'm gonna shift back to the thought, the mindset piece. Our thoughts can trip us up. If our mind, it like it we like to be comfortable. Our mind likes to be comfortable. So when we try and go outside of our comfort zone, our mind is going to throw blocks at us. That's the resistance piece. So when we are feeling that piece, or we're dealing with something emotional or mental, or we're just feeling stuck, for example, moving your body is one great way to help shift out of that vibration. And I think when you combine the mind, body, heart piece, you are aligning yourself up for success, hands down. I firmly believe in this connection. And where the soul piece comes in, it's your energy and your cosmic astrology, and like, I'm not having words right at the moment, but sometimes there is things that can affect us outside of ourselves, whether it's environmental, or maybe we've got a connection to somebody else that is toxic, that can be harming us. So we need to cut the cords and clear our energy. That's kind of a lot of what I refer to as soul. So it's by clearing those things, clearing the mental blocks, clearing the energy blocks, keep moving forward physically. Those things help to get us going, help bring us about and begin to shift. And it can be tricky. very, very tricky to keep all three in balance. But it's definitely something to work towards and keep growing towards. Yeah. I think that's all that's channeling through today on that subject. Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of the channel. And that's another thing that working with the soul does, is keeping those channels clear for the helping to clear the murkiness so that you can listen to your intuition. When you have all those three things aligned, think of it as a wheel. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Wheel of Life. Like, it's got the different sections, relationships, not money, but relationships. You know what? Probably actually money, now that I think of it. And I'm drawing a blank on the other ones, but you get the idea. There's several different sections, and it's kind of like a pie graph, so to speak. And if you were to color in where you are currently feeling those pieces of your pie are at, if those are out of balance and the wheel tries to move forward, it's going to be kind of like the caveman creating the wheel. Like, it's going to kind of be like a clunk, clunk, clunk. And it's the same with your body, mind, soul, and heart. If they are not in alignment to help move you where you want to go, those things are going to shift. Or not shift. It's going to take a little bit longer to get those, because you're going to constantly be trying to balance. And I'm not saying you're going to be in perfect balance forever and ever and ever, because there are things that will throw us off course, because we are here to learn a lesson. It's our cosmic connection. So getting back to my special announcement here, I'm going to segue back to that for a sec. Check out, be sure to follow me on Instagram, social, and Facebook, and let me, because I'm going to be posting details about the live event I'm going to do next week. You're going to see both platforms very active in sharing with you my new website that I'm super excited about. I feel like young Frankenstein, like that old black and white movie, and when Frankenstein finally comes alive, and I think it's Gene Wilder. It's Gene something. I think it's Gene Wilder. When Frankenstein finally comes alive and he goes, "It's alive!" I feel like that's my energy with my website right now, because I'm so excited for it to finally be done. And I can't wait to share it with you guys and hear what you have to say. And like I said, there may or may not be some program doors opening. Just gonna keep tight-lipped on that. But if this podcast episode resonated with you, I would love, love, love for you to share it with somebody that you think might benefit from it, or share it in your stories, or just share it in general. Always leave me a 5-star review. Not always, but as always, I should say, if you feel called to leave me a 5-star review or write a review about this podcast, I would be ever grateful. It helps to get my podcast seen and known, and out there into the cosmos. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and we will catch you next week. Thank you so much for listening, and let me give you a virtual hug, big squeeze, as a token of my appreciation. At the very least, I hope you had some fun while listening, and maybe even learned a thing or two. And bonus points if I got a chuckle out of you. If you liked this episode, it would mean the world to me if you could leave me a 5-star review, or if you know someone who could benefit from listening, share it on your Insta stories and tag me at Leslie's Yoga and Wellness. Subscribe to this channel if you want to stay up to date with new episodes. By doing these things, it helps to get my podcast noticed so that people who need to hear my message are more attracted to it. Please feel free to stop by my website, lesliespragg.com, and grab a copy of my free Mom Self-Care Kit. While you're there, grab a free few yoga classes. Namaste, goddesses. Until next time.